Hey guys, Ega here. This is a quick update video for the recent Bonfires update for Runescape in fire making. Basically how it works is, you light a normal fire like you always do, and then you right click on that fire and you can select add logs to the fire. And what that does is you continuously keep throwing logs onto the fire, so you won't have to keep clicking on each log to individually light it, which means it makes fire making a lot less click intensive. You don't need to find an area where you can make a huge line of fires, but you're just piling them all on the same spot. And you also get increased XP. For the first log I burned, I got about 200 XP. This is a few logs. And as you can see now, for the logs I'm burning, I'm getting 228 to 230 XP. So you get an XP boost for burning logs on top of another logs, which is the concept of bonfires. You also can get fire spirits popping out of the fire, which will give you different rewards such as charms. I've had a few fire spirits. I've gotten some myth ore and some charms. You don't get a lot of charms, but they're still pretty useful. And my favorite thing about this update, which you can see on the screen now, is that if you put up to over 5 logs on a bonfire in a row, you will get a 10% hit points boost to your maximum hit points. For me, my hit points is 98. So I get 10 XP of that added onto my maximum hit points. You can see now my hit points is starting to raise itself up. And there's another fire spirit, some charms, like I said. You get ashes as well, but they're pretty useless. But anyway. So what I like about this update the most, not only is fire making a lot easier to train as it's not as click intensive, and it's faster XP, but this update to your hit points will be incredibly useful for people who like to PVM, especially if you're slaying. Because if you have a unicorn and you're using scrolls to heal yourself, the scrolls heal you based on a percentage of your maximum hit points, and as your maximum hit point has been raised by this bonfire update, when you do it, the maximum amount of health you get healed from the unicorn will also go up as well. So if you are going to go do some Slayer or something, what you want to do first, you want to get the best logs you can possibly burn. Burn 5, 6 of those so you get the hit points boost. And then you go and do your Slayer, because your hit points will be higher. And if you're using a unicorn, you get a lot more restored to you. Well, not more, but you get a decent amount restored to you extra than usual. So that's definitely worth spending 5 seconds doing. And yeah, that's about it for the bonfire update. I reckon it's a pretty good idea, because before training fire making was incredibly painful, and now you can at least train one of the most useless skills in the game in a semi-bearable way, and it's also become useful for combat situations. So yeah, and that's about it for that update. But I've got a few updates for my channel. My top rated video, or top most viewed one, my 1 million hour for low levels guide, is currently on 98,000 views, which is awesome. But a lot of you guys have been commenting there saying you want a guide for lower levels because you didn't consider 90 combat a low level. So I'm going to be looking into finding a decent method. I'd like to find a 1 million hour one for you guys, because I don't really like giving the average 300k an hour. That's not really even worth your hour of time. So I'll look into a guide for that. I also have a guide for curses coming up. That's going to be a longer time project, because what I'm going to do in that guide is I'm going to explain the best way to train all the skills for curses. So you could be talking about a brand new account off Tutorial Island, and I'm going to tell you the best way to train it, all the different skills. So that'll probably be a few parts, that guide, like maybe 2 or 3 videos. I also have a guide for you PvPers out there who want to make some decent money, so look out for that one as well. Alrighty, that's about it for this video. If you want to talk to me, make sure you go to my site, cypherless.com. I'll put a link to it in the description. I aim to have daily guides out on that site. We currently have a bit of lack of guide writers, so I'm looking for people who like to write text guides. So if you want to join the team, feel free to apply it on the site. I'll put another link for that in the description as well. There's also a forum, so if you want to talk with me there or any of the other people on the forum, you're certainly welcome to do so. Alrighty, make sure you leave me a comment if you've got any questions for me or anything, or guide requests, because I always read every single comment I get. I have a Gmail account set up which filters through all the comments into the inbox, so I actually do read every single comment you guys send me, even if I don't reply to them all, but it's sort of impossible because I'd be taking forever, especially on the top rated video. 400 comments, 400 replies, that'd be a bit awkward. But yeah, and hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you again in a couple of days, or maybe next weekend for another guide. See ya.